The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to the December 21st, the terrific Tuesday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. Hey, let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. And the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life's been happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you're not going to make that one little 2x4 shift, well, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I at just past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I do want you to know I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. But more important than that, and that's this. During this next 60 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone. You can dial on in at 877-927-6648. If you can't dial it, we've got you covered there too. Let those fingers do the walking. That means go ahead, send me an email. Send it to Steve at TFNN.com. And inside the subject heading, please put radio show question. And in our Tigers Den, well, any and every ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on Terrific Tuesday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. Again, I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to Let's Show. All the U.S. indices trading to the upside. Percentage-wise, the biggest mover looks like it's the Russell, up about 2.5%. Right behind that are the transports down up 2 0.3%. The Dow is up 1.5%. That's 544 points. The S&P 67. 1.5% out there. Man running across the water. Oh, we got the wrong screen. Okay, I guess you're not seeing it. Well, that is a man, by the way, running across the water out there, just in case you were wondering. But I don't think anybody was wondering out there. I think you were saying, what is Steve-O talking about? This is what I'm talking about. And so you can see a sea of green out there. Now, spot volatility, that's something to watch. It's trading out at 2102, just still slightly above its 50-day exponential moving average. That's going to be a make or break zone. You've got gold off $7. The XAU is up slightly, up $1.50. Silver is up 19 cents. Light sweet crude back 263. Natural gas up 6 pennies, leading the charge dollar-wise. The upside, you've got Booking Holdings up $138. That's a big move. 6%. Shopify 79. 6%. Amazon 42. Google's up 35. Mercado Libre up $32. That's 2.75%. The big losers to the downside, dollar-wise, $13. Equinix, that's 1 6/10%. Novavax, about 7% or $13. Moderna off 9, 3%. VIR Biotech off 7.5%. Quidel Corp up off $7. So we've got plenty to look at. Of course, I want to look at what you want to look at. Let's just get to our first 3 requests out here. And then we'll go take a look at the markets out here. I just don't want to get behind on anything. The first one coming in from Tim M. Tim wants to take a look at, let's see, what's this? Says, could you please take a look at Old Dominion Freight Lines, ODFL. That's what we've got up on our screen right now. On the daily and weekly levels, looking to go long the stock. Your insight always appreciated. Well, if you're looking to go long, you've got the signal right here, right now. Now, I don't know what today's candle is going to, what today's candle close will be, but this is a bull separating candle. So it had a 1-to-1, A to B equals CD to the downside. Just because it gets the 1-to-1 level as it did yesterday does not mean it's a buy, because it could easily make its way to the 1.272, 1.618. The way that we determine whether or not the market has bottomed or formed a bottom, or at least formed a bottoming pattern, is confirmation. And confirmation is from a bullish reversal candle. So, Tim, you've got that right now. If we take a look at the weekly chart, the nice thing about that is as a Gartley buy pattern is forming, price was testing the bottom of its weekly profile, 331.39. So that's what you like to see. Let's pull over the white background chart, see if there's any additional information that can assist us with this trade here. So this first piece of information that we've got, Let me just make sure I don't have a different profile here. Nope. Okay. So the first piece of information that we have is the first level of resistance, the first battle that you're going to encounter is going to be at the 345.24 level. That's the bottom of its daily profile. Price is trading below that. So that's a real key level of resistance, by the way. Above that, then is the oscillator and change line, which is printed at about the center of the profile. So that's right around the 355.70-ish range. And above that, if price did close above green oscillator and change line, you'd go back to its highs, or at least the top of the profile, 364.07. If we take a look at the weekly time frame chart out here, again, price at the bottom of its profile. That's after forming a bearish engulfing candle to confirm a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. When you generate a topping pattern, the real key thing is where is support. And so we use our TAS market profiles, we use our oscillator and change line, and we use our TD9 count breakout level. So in this case here, price got back to its second level of support because price had closed below the oscillator and change line. It was green, just telling us about more further retracement, and the bottom of that profile is held. So if you're looking for a reason to go long, then now is that time. That's assuming that today's candle still remains as a bear bull separating candle. If I look at the 30-minute time frame chart, nothing to help us out here. 65's got a TD9 count pattern. So this tells us that you're in a shorter term basis, Tim, your battleground is going to be at 341.61 to 345.22 because that is your bearish structured profile for its 65-minute time frame. We use a 65-minute time frame, folks, because that is divisible into the 390-minute cash trading time frames that we have each day, the 6.5 hours. So that's going to be your resistance zone, and if price can clear 345.22, the message from the 65-minute chart has moved to 354.05. But Tim, you got your signal that you were looking for, so best of luck to you in that trade. The next question coming in from the Tiger's Den, and this is from Bob A. And Bob wanted to take a look at Boeing. Ticker symbol there is BA. So let's get that populated on our screen, see what we have out here. So Boeing is back inside its daily profile. It closed below it yesterday, Bob, but we don't like one-hit wonders. We need two confirmations, and we don't have that second confirmation today. So this is suggesting a move up to the 204.21 level. That's the bottom. That's the top of its daily profile. So your range is going to be 204.21 to 207.35. The top of the daily profile, the bottom of the weekly profile. Let's pull over Boeing, daily, weekly, monthly, see what other signals we have out here. So you like today's signal in that price is back above its oscillator and change line as well, inside that daily profile. So that's suggesting to you and I a move up to the top of that box, 204.21. Nothing has changed there. The weekly time frame, let's see what kind of signals we have here. Not much. But certainly there's an A to B equals CD to the downside. And the way to, let me just draw that back in. So you've got a piercing candle right now, but the week, it's early in the week. It's only Tuesday. But let's go take a look at the A to B equals CD. I can draw that much easier on my black background chart. So, well, I could if that's interesting. What the heck happened there? Okay, so give Stevie a moment here, if you would. And I must have deleted. I did delete it. Son of a gun. Well, that's okay. I can add it back in. That's the A to B equals CD tool. So there we go. So now let's take a look at the A to B equals CD to the downside. So the A point, really easy to find. That's going to be the high from the week of March 15, 2021. The B point that I'm using here is going to be the low from July 19th. And the C point is going to be the high from August 9th. So as we tag that, so that's not the A to B equals CD pattern that completed. Boeing, at this stage here, Bob, the Boeing should target 204.21 to 207.35. That's about all that I've got for you. Wish I had more, but that 207.35 looks like the target. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
What's separating you from the most successful men and women on Wall Street? That's right, information. Having all the information gives us the perspective we need to place the right trades at the right time. The TESS Profile Scanner is the premier market profile-based scanner. Powered by its acclaimed TESS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner instantly filters over 2,500 plus global financial markets, such as stocks, ETFs, commodities, futures, and Forex. This powerful suite of tools leverages instant trade filtering and strategy formulation to show you emerging trades before they happen. For a limited time, you can save $100 off your first month by using the promo code UPGRADE, and you still get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Level the playing field with the TESS Profile Scanner, which you can find under the Services tab at TFNN.com. Sign up today.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 526, S&P 65. Let's go to our next question, then we'll go to the markets out here. This one coming in from Hector and Patty. They are our fuel injectors. Hector says, happy taco. 2 for Tuesday. You got it. NVIDIA on a daily A to B equals CD down. Is this the perfect buy the D point setup? And then the second is ARQQ. Is this bounce legit? Possible lightning bolt off the recent bottom, or is this buyer beware? Merry Christmas. And Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you, Hector and Patty. So let's go take a look at NVIDIA. And we can see here in NVIDIA, so A to B equals CD to the downside. I don't see that per se. But what we can say, so the A to B equals CD that I would draw in here, Hector, would look like this. The A point is the high. The trading session November 22nd. The B point is going to be the low from December the 6th. The C point is the very next day, December the 7th. So it hasn't really made the one-to-one target level, which put it in 258. So it doesn't mean that it hasn't bottomed. It just means I don't see the A to B equals the buy the D point pattern. Now, maybe what you're using here, and it's not wrong or anything, maybe using your A point up at the high for November 22nd, your B point, maybe you're using November 23rd, and then the C point using November 29th out there. And there's nothing wrong with that either. So that would be your 1 to 1.618, A to B equals CD. So, let's go with that as being your A to B equals CD pattern. And right now today you've got what looks like a bullish hammer. We don't know whether that's the candle that will complete or not. But price is also at the bottom of its weekly profile. So let's just pull over the white background charts because you either are long or looking to get long NVIDIA. So on a daily time frame, as we populate it, I don't have anything additional to provide to you. No bottoming pattern per se, other than perhaps that that A to B equals CD that you're looking at. What price should do, though, NVIDIA, assuming that the rally holds, and you got wide market breadth, so it really should, I would think, at least through Thursday. Not saying that anybody's going to get up to this level by Thursday, but the target is going to be the 303.69 to 308.89. That's off of the daily time frame. That's its bearish structured profile, as well as where its green oscillator and change line is hanging out. On a weekly basis out here, you've got a Rhodes momentum indicator top, but prices held support. That's the bottom of that weekly profile. This suggests a run to the 297 to 304. So we've got about 304 as one target, 304 really as another target on the daily. Looks to me, Hector, like that's where price is headed to. On the monthly time frame, you've got bar number 9 that is going to complete. It appears that it will complete this month. So, NVIDIA's got some topping patterns out there. That doesn't mean that you don't get some type of counter trend move up into that 303, 304, 308-ish type area. So hope that helps you out, Hector. You did say it was 2 for Tuesday. Otherwise, used to be known as Turnaround Tuesday. So let's go take a look at ARQQ. Let's just go take a look at Stevie's white background chart to answer his question, which is is this a legitimate, is this a bounce or a legitimate potential lightning bolt to the upside? Well, it's definitely a legitimate bottom. As you take a look at ARQQ, this formed bar number 8 of a TD9 count on December 15th, bar number 9 to complete the pattern on the very next trading session. So that's your valid bottoming signal. Price is above the top of its daily profile. It did that yesterday and the day before. That was at 1855. See how that oscillator and change line change colors went from green to red? That always tells us about a pending test of that line and price. So what you'd really like to see here, if you're long ARQQ, is a close above 2241. What happens if you don't get a close above 2241? Well, then you're in dangerous territory. Doesn't mean that it won't continue to move higher, but if it does turn down from here, that's the danger, because this is now tells us our price oscillator for ARQQ is below zero, the price oscillator, and now we have a falling price oscillator below zero. Price below a red oscillator and change line gives us that signal. What happens if you close above that red line? Well, because price changed colors recently, a close above it is a bullish test, and that would then suggest to move up into the $36 area. We don't have that just yet, but the daily looks good. It's a legitimate bottom. There's no doubt about that. Now, do you buy right here into resistance? No, you don't. It's 21.94. You'd buy on a close above 22.41. If we take a look at the monthly chart, or the weekly chart, there's not enough data out here really to provide us with a ton of information. So you got to go with the daily time frame, and the answer to your question is, yeah, this is legit. The question now is, will it close above 22.42 to signal a move up into that $36 area? So Hector and Patty, Merry Christmas to you. Happy New Year. Thanks so much for writing in. And no more further questions. Okay, so let's just go take a look at the general markets, get a feel for what's going on out here. How are we going to do that? Well, let's first make sure that I answer any questions that I've created in anybody's minds. I had said, maybe it was during the 1 o'clock update, maybe it was during the opening segment, I don't recall, that wide market breadth out here. Well, if we take a look at the New York Stock Exchange, that advanced decline oscillator, that's going to be panel number 2 that you're taking a look at. So yesterday's close was below minus 150. So I've got this at the bottom here, I've got minus 150, minus 250. Whenever the advanced decline oscillator gets to minus 150, that's often where we see bottoms or bounces. Not always, oftentimes. It tells us that the market is oversold out here. And so all you have to do is put this oscillator on your screen out there, go back and test it, and you'll see that what I'm sharing with you, or you just look at this screen here, and you can see where those bottoms typically come in. Now, we've gone from minus 150 to a level of minus 19 today. In order to do that, you have to have wide market breadth. Now, if there's a close above zero, you need 2 consecutive closes above zero to tell you that buyers are the ones that are in control. So even though we've got a nice rally right now, the advanced decline oscillator still says that it is sellers that are in control. But a close above that zero level, today, that says, ooh, that's waning, and a close above it tomorrow says a further rally. So that's the first thing. I wanted to make sure we took a look at that. With regard to the spot volatility index, the level we're watching here for a close below the 2050, and we're at 2110, that would put things back into condition of bullish for the as relates to spot volatility index, because closing below the 50-day exponential moving average typically leads to a sideways to higher market for the S&P 500. Okay, we've got that covered. Now let's go take a look at what's transpired today, what took place yesterday. Well, what took place yesterday is every level of support that we could have looked at for the 4 equity futures contract was hit and rejected. So if you take a look at the ES Mini, Although it doesn't show that here. The ES Mini, I can bowl the chart over. Just give me a moment here to get that. The ES Mini got down and tested the bottom of that daily profile. We know that's a support area, 45.29. What else was it doing? Well, the other thing that it was doing, I'll just put this chart over here. It was testing the it was testing the breakout level, 45.37. So now where is price headed to? Well, as you look at this white chart, you're going to say, Stevie, that's easy. You've always taught me this. It's going to go target that oscillator and change line. That's at the 46.58 level. That's exactly right. That's where price should head to. Doesn't mean that it can't take that out, but that's where price should head to. Above that would get us to 46.58 would get us above the center of its slightly bearish structured daily profile. So that would get us into that sell zone, but doesn't mean that price won't get up and tag 47.09. What you do notice here, just by taking a look at the daily chart, is how price has been consolidating within inside the weekly profile. And that's really the key level to be looking at. The resistance level 47.33, the support area 44.96. In the case of the NQ was testing a prior swing point. That prior swing point was from December 3rd. That was at 15.539. That level held. The NQ, just like the ES, was also testing its breakout level at the 15.510 area. Where is the NQ headed to? 16.095, the oscillator unchanged line. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll finish taking a look at these equity futures contracts and, of course, anything else that you'd like. 877-927-6648. That's one of the ways that you contact us. We'll be right back.
Are you having fun trading the markets but having trouble finding like-minded individuals to discuss your trading and investment ideas with? Become an apex predator in the trading markets and join the Tiger's Den Trading Room only at TFNN.com. The Tiger's Den is an exclusive trading room where successful traders from around the world come to exchange trades and ideas. Join the den and surround yourself with the sharpest minds in the trading world. Subscribers to the Tiger's Den are also the first to have their questions answered live on air and can privately chat with our TFNN hosts live during their shows. Interact with other Tigers and Tigresses as they share trading ideas, news analysis, and discuss the market action all trading day. Subscribe to the Tiger's Den risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee and become part of the TFNN trading community. TFNN, educating investors.
You could be making money off the stock market. And if you're already making money off the stock market, you could be making a lot more. Check out TFNN and Tiger TV and get expert investing advice to give you the power to control your financial future. Go to TFNN.com and find the newsletter for you. Whether you're into trading gold, metals, futures, currencies, or options, you'll get advice and analysis to help you seriously get ahead. TFNN also features trading services with a 30-day money-back guarantee for new subscribers, as well as TFNN's Tiger Den Trading Room, trading software, and educational webinars for all trading levels. And make sure you check out Tiger TV for free on TFNN.com or TFNN's YouTube channel for live financial content from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern on market days. Stop watching on the sidelines while other people get rich and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Thinkorswim. For more information, just click the Thinkorswim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. So we've got the ES Mini, the NQ. Yesterday, we took a look at how that just tested and rejected key support levels, suggesting higher price. The Dow did the same thing. Now, what the Dow was doing was it was testing a prior swing point. That was a swing point from December 1st. So price tested it, closed right above it, which was 34,894. Price right now is headed up into its resistance zone. That's between 35,413 and 35,908 out there. Now, the oscillator and change, I won't pull the screen over to you, is at 35,440. So the next battleground for the Dow is 35,440 or thereabouts. The ES, it's 4658. And the NQ is going to be 16,096. The Russell 2000 is saying, hey, guys, can you get your act together? Why would it be saying that? Well, yesterday was a test and rejection of its Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom. There's two of them out here. Oops, let me pull this back just a bit. So the first one formed, let me get my cursor. Make it easier. So the first one formed, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom. First one formed on December 15th. You had another one form. Well, another one is forming today. There we go. So this is the futures contract out here. So that level held. And whereas in the case of the ESNQ and YM, price is going to target its oscillator and change line. Here we can see in the Russell 2000, price is already above that. So as long as today's close above 2180, odds increase that we see a further rally inside the Russell 2000. Now, further rally to where? Let's go over to this set of charts out here. Let me see what we've got. So as we take a look at the Russell 2000, interestingly enough, in addition to those Rhodes Momentum Indicator signals, we can see by taking a look at both the daily and the weekly that trend line support has held. So the next level of resistance here is going to be 2198. 2198 is the top of its brand new daily profile. This formed today, it looks like. So it's attempting to form today. So 2198 is the number. I won't know until day's end or 6:01 this evening whether or not this profile takes hold or not. But it's the information that we have available to us today. You can also see a little descending trend line. So here's our take. If price can close above 2198, that's going to be a suggestion that price should then go to 2208. And above 2208, price should go target the 2314 level. And that is the Russell 2000. So that's what's going on inside the equity futures contract. Or somebody out there probably says, hey, Steve-O, what's going on right now short term? So I heard you, and I'm going to answer that question for you. Now, to answer that question, we're just going to go take a look at the 30-minute time frame charts, although there are no questions that I've got in the queue. Or do I have one? I think I might have one. Do I have one? I don't know. We'll see here. But I grabbed the wrong charts again. Why did you do that, Steve-O? Was not paying attention to. So let's go back and share the proper screen. The proper screen is going to be the 30-minute set of charts out there. So now what we're looking for is any kind of topping signals. As we look at the ES Mini in the upper left-hand corner, no topping signals. There's a Rhodes Momentum Indicator indicator that's been triggered, but it needs a bearish reversal candle to confirm that as a top. So watch for a bearish reversal candle. The NQ is going to be in bar number 5. It's got an A to B equals CD pattern that is in play out here, so no topping signal there. The Dow, no topping signal there as well, although it could form a TD9 count top between 2 and 3 p.m. Today. The Russell 2000, real strong one, it is in wave number 7 and is going to form bar number 9. So pay attention to that. It's been the strong dog out here. So the high that takes place either between now 1:30 and 2 or 2 and 2:30, whichever of those two produce the highest high, that is the level that you want to watch throughout the day. Why? If on a 30-minute basis price closes above that, tells you about a very strong momentum move for it being the Russell 2000. So the Russell 2000 is the only one right now that has any kind of signal of a potential top. If it does generate a TD9 count, and it will. Well, I mean, it looks like this candle is going to close above the close of bar number 5. Price should then pull back and test 2185. Now, nothing wrong there. May not really interfere with the rest of the market here. If price closed below 2185, then we're looking at the further retracement. Could get us back to even the 2165 level. So it's Russell that on a 30-minute basis, the only one that has any kind of a topping signal. So I think, let me see here. Yeah, there was a request to take a look inside the Tiger's Den, I believe. It was to take a look at EDR. That's Endeavor Group Holdings. So give me a moment here. We're going to change up the screens, get to our black background screens, and then you're going to see the daily and weekly profile levels. But I also need to get the this going on my white background chart. So that'll take, I've got it going. Okay, great. So I don't know who requested it. It doesn't really matter who requested it. But what you want to know is there's a brand new daily profile. Prices traded right up into that today. That level is at the 31.81. The actual high today has been 31.84. So you've got your battle. That's the only profile level that is of consequence to us. The center is at 30.67. The bottom's at 29.52. Let's take EDR on the white background charts and see if there's any other signals out here to assist our den. I believe this came out of the den. And so as we take a look at it, give me a moment here to expand it out. Come on. Okay. What's the deal, Steve-O? I don't know what the deal is here. I'll try the keyboard, see if it's a keyboard thing. Okay, all right. So now as we take a look at ticker symbol EDR, what do we have out here? Well, I see a rather large A to B equals CD to the upside. That looks like this. The A point out here would be down at the low of about October 25th. Not going to worry about hitting this exact. What I would use for the B point is up here to November 18th. Now, all we have to do is take that line, move it over to the C point, and give us some type of price projection. And that gets us into the $35 area. So other than the top of that profile, I don't have any other thing on a daily basis to suggest that this will not move higher out there. Although you want to watch the 29.52. It hasn't been trading for that long. The weekly time frame not providing us with a whole ton of information out here. So I mean, it is positive. Prices last week and this week trade above its breakdown level of 30.50. So that's a slight positive. It does look like this instrument ticker symbol EDR does want to move higher. If it can win the battle at 31.81, then we should see it move up to the $35 area. So I hope that helps whoever was requesting that inside the Tiger's Den. Now we've got a clear. Phone lines are clear. No requests inside the Tiger's Den. Nothing by email, although we'll check here real quickly. And if that's the case, then we'll just take the rest of the afternoon off, don't you think? We won't do that. Yeah, there's no other requests that I've got right now, so I've got to make up what are those requests. Well, let's come back here to our main set of charts, get a feel for what we might want to look at. Apple will be one of the things we want to look at out here. Apple being the number one weighting inside of the NASDAQ 100. Yesterday was a close below the bottom of its profile. The bottom of that profile is 170.93. You're back above it right now. So yesterday looks like it was a one-off, one of those one-hit wonders out here. And, boy, things are operating slow. Whoa, did I just do that? Really? Nope, I didn't. Okay. So let's open up Apple here, the daily time frame. What do we have? Not much. Price, as long as it closes back above the bottom of that daily profile, price should go target 174. That's the oscillator and change line. The weekly time frame chart remains bullish to neutral. The reason I say bullish to neutral is because price is above the top of its daily profile. Price is above the top of its oscillator and change line, but it did generate a TD9 count and Rhodes momentum indicator signal last week. So it's bullish to neutral, no matter how you look at it. We've got a caller on the line. We'll go to him when we get back from this breakout there, and that's going to be Ron. We're going to take a look at ticker symbol CPNG. So if you want to fire those up on your charts, tell me or tell yourself what it says, and let's just see how my view of that ticker symbol, again, CPNG, what it says to you, especially if you're in the Tiger's Den, because you can type something in our private or public chat window. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
technology around us is changing every day. With so much happening, it can seem impossible to keep up with all the information. David White's investment newsletter, The Technology Insider, is designed to give you all the information you need to understand the technology that shapes today's markets and tomorrow's future. David White has made his living staying on the cutting edge of technology. His weekly newsletter will give you specific recommendations for value tech stocks, as well as entry prices, target prices, and stops to set for each trade. Dave delivers his weekly newsletters every Friday with updates throughout the week. You can get the Technology Insider at TFNN.com for only $37.50. Sign up for David's newsletter, The Technology Insider, and get an inside look at everything the technology sector has to offer. Try it risk-free today with our 30-day money-back guarantee. TFNN, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go out to Denver, Colorado, and speak with Ron. Ron, thanks so much for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you doing today?
Great, Steve. And before we begin, I wanted to compliment you on that great call you made last week, right before Powell spoke. You made the statement you can either trust the government or trust corporate America, and you picked corporate America, and you said it was at the bottom, and the thing took off right after that. So that's a great call.
Yeah, well, thank you. Much appreciated, much appreciated. So let's try to make another great call together.
Well, I bought some calls here last week on this Coupang. It's supposed to be the Amazon of Korea.
Oh, okay. Great.
Or Korean Amazon, anyway. And I just wondered, how does that look to you over the next few weeks?
Well, look, here's what we know right now is that the price is, in essence, consolidating with inside its daily profile, and the top of that profile is very close to being hit. So your battleground right now is $30.03. This is trading at $29.83. The volume on it today is about 4.7 million shares so far. Last time price was up in this area, it had volume of about 8.2 million shares, and I'm referring to the swing point from November 4th. So you're moving into a swing point with lighter volume into the top of a daily profile. When's the expiration on this?
I go out to the 31st.
Got it. Okay.
December. Yeah, just a couple weeks.
Yeah, so, now's not a bad time to take some profits on it, but let's take a look at the daily time frame. Let's just see what else we can find out here. So, it's not that I have any kind of topping signal or anything like that on a daily basis, just that price is up towards a prior resistance level. Now, the real prior resistance level is at 30.88, and that's the TD9 breakdown area. So when price got up there, the swing point that I was referring to, price was moving into with lighter volume that November 4th, that's what really stopped the move for CPNG, 30.88, where price had broken down before. So knowing that, and not knowing whether we're going to be able to take that level out or not, you're really approaching a sell zone out here. So maybe the market continues to rally the next couple of days, maybe even into next week. But right now, if you're asking me where are the sellers, they're only about 892, about 21 cents above where we're trading right now.
All right, I'll just step away and take my profits and relax.
Yeah. Well, what I was going to do, though, as we approach resistance.
I'll split. I have 4 of them. I'll sell a couple.
Okay. So what I was going to do then next is say, hey, Ron, so when we get towards where there might be a top, we like to go to the intraday time periods to see if there's some type of topping signals. And in the case of the 30-minute chart, there was actually a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top that formed at 1 o'clock as we were coming on the air. But right now, price is trying to negate that signal. That high is 29.80. We're at 29.82. If price closes above 29.80, that signal goes away. The 65-minute has also triggered a Rhodes Momentum Indicator signal. No bearish reversal candle here. The 130-minute time frame does not have a topping pattern, and the 195-minute chart does not have a topping pattern as well. But it does show resistance at 30.38 out there. So typically, Ron, you would see on an intraday basis, is price is going to make a top, and I don't want to get too cute out here. That would be the ultimate signal to say, okay, now is the time to exit. But you've got a decent profit in it, I would assume.
Yeah, I've got 4 of them. I can sell a couple of them. Maybe sell a 35 call against it.
Okay.
Kind of hold on to a couple.
Okay. So look, everything looks good. It's just that you're in a battleground. We don't know how it's going to react, but we know how it did react last time. And the lighter volume says caution.
Okay.
Even though we're in the holiday trading season. Okay.
Okay. Appreciate that.
Hey, you bet, and Merry Christmas,
Merry
Happy Holidays to you and you bet. That was Ron in Denver. Of course, folks, you can give us a call as well, 877-927-6648. Looks like we do have 2 more questions that have come in. Thank you to both of you. That would be Mark. So Mark wants to take a look at Pfizer. PFE is the ticker symbol there. And let me get Pfizer going. PFE on some of my white background charts. So Mark's question, Mark D, says, I'm still holding Pfizer, PFE. I'm wondering if you still see strength enough to hold at the present time. Personally believe so, but your input is much appreciated. No problem. So let's take a look at this. What we know is prices trade above the top of the daily, weekly, and monthly profiles. It's made the 1 to 3.6188 to be equal CD to the upside. But I'm going to go ahead and delete that as we speak right now because we really want the white background charts to help answer Mark's question. So Mark's question is, do we see strength out here? We have a Rhodes Momentum Indicator signal that was triggered yesterday. But all that's done so far, Mark, is push price back to its oscillator and change line. Now, the OUL is at 58.41. It's green, so it's bullish. We don't have a topping pattern. I have a signal, but not a confirmation yet. So it is still bullish. Now, if you saw it close below 58.41, Mark, that would be the first chink in the armor. On a daily basis, and I'm not saying price is pulling back to 51.61, but that would be the message, or 50.37. But as long as price remains above the green oscillator and change line, things stay relatively bullish. On a weekly time frame for Pfizer, you've got wave number 7 and bar number 9 of a TD9 count. So we know that highs can form on bars 8, 9, or the bar following 9. So that says that next week could be a higher high and then still maintain that pattern. But it does say time to be cautious on Pfizer. And on and you've got a TD9 count on the monthly basis. So December is going to be a TD9 count high. I'm just pulling this back to see how well it respects the TD9 counts. Yeah, it does. It does, not all the time. But a good portion of the time out there. So this does say just to be cautious with regard to Pfizer. What this is actually signaling to us that we should see some kind of a top inside of Pfizer, whether it's next week, whether it's forming right now, whether it's in early 22. But the question was specifically, you're still holding it, wondering if we still see strength. We do. That strength would go away if price closed below 58.41 today. So, Mark, I hope that helps you out, and happy holidays to you as well. The next request coming in from Jim. So let's see what Jim. First, let me get the white background screens off. Get those off the screen out here. And the request is to take a look at T or Verizon. So I guess we've got to take a look at both out here. So AT&T, we looked at this yesterday. Both AT&T and Verizon have got some nice bottoming patterns. I believe they both may have been Rhodes. Maybe they were TD9 counts. But in any event, AT&T right now, you got to like this. It's above the top of its daily profile, which was 23.33, a brand new weekly profile. So your resistance zone, where the battlers are, is at 24.96 to 25.33. That's a bearish structured weekly profile. If price can close above 25.33 in the case of AT&T, then you've got a nice change in trend to signal out here. You already have one, so to speak, on the daily time frame with price above the top of that profile. The daily time frame was a Rhodes momentum indicator top. So this suggests that price does want to continue to move higher. But on the weekly, we know where the sell zone is. That's again between 24.96 and 25.33 out there. So if price can clear that, what you're looking at, Jim, is a move up into the 27.74 level. Your second request, don't know if we can squeeze this in before we go to the break. We'll try, was Verizon. VZ is the ticker symbol out there. And so we get that populated. And Verizon, also above the top of the daily, also traded into resistance right now, which is the top of the weekly, 53.51. So that's where your battle is at inside of Verizon. And we'll finish this off when we get back from this breakout here. I don't want to ignore the clock that says, hey, Steve-O, wrap things up here so we can play a commercial. And that's what we're going to do. We'll be right back.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
You might think that if you want to be successful at trading in the stock market, you're going to need a crystal ball. After all, it's impossible to predict the future, right? Like any endeavor in life, before you decide it's impossible, get some advice from the experts. You might find that it's not so impossible after all. For daily market overviews that give you direction on the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, subscribe to the Opening Call newsletter at TFNN.com. The Opening Call newsletter is written by Basil Chapman, creator of the trading methodology known as the Chapman Wave. The Chapman Wave up-down sequence gives you an edge in identifying price turns, finding the peaks and valleys in stock prices. Get the Opening Call newsletter by Basil Chapman in your inbox every day. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know, and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Are you looking for a secured investment which pays you on a monthly basis? The Tiger First Mortgage Program may be the program for you. The best rate on a 5-year CD in the country right now, according to Bankrate.com, is paying 1% per year or $1,000 per $100,000 invested. The Tiger First Mortgage Program pays 7% per year, paid monthly, on secured, high-value, buildable properties in St. Petersburg, Florida. The investment is for 4 years, paying 7% per year or $7,000 per $100,000 invested. Your investment is secured by high-value real estate in St. Petersburg, Florida. Your investment can be anywhere from $100,000 to $500,000. Do you want to make $1,000 per year on $100,000 invested or $7,000 per year on a secured Tiger First mortgage? The Tiger First Mortgage Program may be just the program for you. The Tiger First Mortgage Program pays 7% per year, paid monthly. For more information, you can call 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Welcome back, folks. So Jim's specific question is, which one looks better to hang on to? So he's long both Verizon and AT&T, and they both look good. I don't have a topping signal. Yeah, there's a battleground, the top of the weekly profile, in this case here, 53.51. But you've got an A to B equals CD to the downside that's completed on the monthly. We're taking a look at Verizon right now. They both look good. So if you're hanging on to both, if you have both right now, I'd still hang there. I don't know that I could really make a good enough call which one is better out here. I'd really have to spend more time than the next 1 minute out there. But both look bullish. So I think you're in a good trade as we speak right now. And if it was me, I would stick with both until we get some other information revealed to us. So I hope that helps you out. So we're about to come to the end of the show out here. What's the most important things to pay attention to today? Great question. I'm glad that I asked that of myself. I would say watch that spot volatility, Nick. Certainly if it closes below 2049, that's a bullish outcome. We've got yesterday the markets tested and rejected key levels of support. We should see a rally that lasts more than just one day. Doesn't mean it's not just a one-hit wonder, but price should continue to rally. Inside the ES Mini, its price target again for you is going to be its oscillator and change line. That's at 46.58. You close above that, more rally to follow. The NQ 16.099, the YM, the Dow Equity Future Contract 35.441. In all cases, they are green oscillator and change lines. So closing above those levels would be bullish. The Russell 2000, if it's giving us a signal, it's already been able to take out its red oscillator and change line. So that's bullish. So we should see the markets continue to motor on. Don't forget, though, the Russell 2000 is becoming at 2 o'clock out here. It has a TD9 count topping signal. That says it could be the high that's present right now or the one that forms between 2 and 230. And that should then just lead to a pullback, a test of its oscillator and change line around the 2185 level. Folks, thanks so much for being here. Stay tuned. We've got more great programming lined up for you. And I'll be back with you tomorrow on wonderful Wednesday. Have a terrific Tuesday, folks.